Welcome back to No Bitchin' CTV, your deep dive into the secrets of the ocean. Today, we're exploring one of the ocean's most armored and ancient residents, the sea crab, with their tough exoskeletons, alien-like eyes, and sideways shuffle. These creatures might seem strange, but they're evolutionary masterpieces. So what makes sea crabs so unique? Why have they survived for millions of years with such success? And what secrets lie beneath their hard shells? Grab your snorkels, we're going crab diving. Beneath the waves, where the land meets the sea, an army of armored creatures scuttles through tide pools, coral crevices, and ocean floors. With their sideways walk, steely claws, and beady eyes on stalks, sea crabs might look like creatures from another world, but they're very much a part of ours. Welcome to the world of sea crabs, a world of hidden strength, silent communication, and ancient survival. These are not just beachside oddities or seafood delicacies. Sea crabs are evolutionary champions, with a design so efficient that nature keeps reinventing it over and over again. Crabs belong to a group of animals called the copids, literally 10-legged ones, that includes lobsters, shrimp, and crayfish. But within this massive order lies a special group, the Brachyura, the true crabs, and that's who we're focusing on today. There are over 6,800 species of true crabs, scattered across every continent except Antarctica. From warm tropical shallows to freezing deep-sea trenches, crabs have made themselves at home just about everywhere. But those who live in the ocean, the sea crabs, are the most iconic of them all. What makes them so fascinating isn't just their variety, it's how perfectly they're built for their environment. A crab's body is like a Swiss Army knife of survival. Their compact, armored form allows them to squeeze into tight spots, ward off predators, and move quickly in any direction. Every limb, every joint, every claw serves a purpose, from fighting and feeding to flirting and fleeing. Over millions of years, sea crabs have evolved into scavengers, hunters, builders, and even artists of camouflage. They're not just crustaceans, they're craftsmen of the coastline, guardians of the reef, and silent storytellers of the sea. So, before we dive into their biology, let's take a moment to appreciate the sea crab for what it truly is, a marvel of nature's engineering, perfected over time by the wild tides of evolution. Let's start with their most iconic feature, the exoskeleton, a hard outer shell, made of chitin and reinforced with calcium carbonate. This armor protects them from predators and environmental hazards. But there's a twist. The exoskeleton doesn't grow. Crabs must molt, shedding their old shell and forming a new one. In a process called ecdysis, during this time, they're soft and vulnerable. Some crabs can molt dozens of times before adulthood. It's like growing up in a suit of armor you have to rebuild every few months. Their chellae, or claws, are multifunctional marvels. They use them to defend against predators, crush and tear apart prey, dig burrows, communicate with potential mates or rivals. Some species have asymmetrical claws, like the fiddler crab, where one claw is dramatically larger, used more for display than function. In those iconic sideways steps, their legs are jointed in a way that makes lateral movement more efficient, allowing quick escapes into crevices and under rocks. Crab eyes are perched on stalks, and many species can rotate them 360 degrees independently. This gives them an incredibly wide field of vision, perfect for spotting danger from every angle. Crabs have compound eyes made up of thousands of tiny lenses, giving them a mosaic-like view. Some even detect polarized light, helping them navigate murky waters and detect the shimmer of prey or predators. Crabs breathe using gills located in chambers under their shell. Seawater is drawn into these chambers, where oxygen is extracted. Some species have adapted to survive out of water for hours or even days by keeping their gill chambers moist. That's how land crabs manage to bridge the ocean and the forest floor. Sea crabs are omnivorous opportunists. They eat algae, dead fish, small invertebrates, detritus, organic waste. By cleaning up decomposing matter, they help maintain the balance of marine ecosystems. Think of them as the ocean's vacuum cleaners. Some species, like the decorator crab, even attach pieces of algae or sponge to themselves, camouflaging from predators while having a snack on the go. Reproduction in crabs is an elaborate affair. Males often perform displays or engage in fights to win mates. Mating usually occurs right after a female molts, when her shell is still soft. Females can carry thousands to millions of eggs, depending on the species. The eggs hatch into zoea larvae, which drift in the plankton for weeks, undergoing several molts before settling down as juvenile crabs. It's a high-risk, high-reward strategy. Only a small fraction survive to adulthood. Sea crabs are expert hiders. Some change color to match their surroundings. Others, like the box crab, bury themselves almost completely in sand with just eyes and antennae exposed. Decorator crabs glue bits of the ocean to their backs, not just for camouflage, but sometimes for chemical defense using toxic organisms like sponges or anemones. Crabs also use posture, sudden movements, and loud claw snaps to scare off threats, a behavior known as thanatosis or threat display. Crabs have specialized hairs on their legs and antennae that detect water movement, pressure changes, and chemical cues. They can even smell through these hairs, detecting pheromones or the scent of food. It's a complex sensory world they live in, tuned to the rhythms of the sea. Crabs have been around for over 200 million years. They've survived mass extinctions, ice ages, and tectonic shifts. Their body plan, compact, armored, and efficient, is so successful that evolution has mimicked it in unrelated species, a phenomenon called carcinization. Yes, nature keeps reinventing the crab. So, what makes sea crabs so unique? It's the perfect fusion of form and function. They're armored, adaptable, and endlessly fascinating. From the shallow reefs to the darkest trenches, crabs reign as quiet custodians of the ocean floor. Thank you for watching No Bitchin' Sea TV. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more aquatic adventures. Got a favorite crab species? Drop it in the comments below. Until next time, keep your eyes on the tides.